They just beat one of the like 4 last 3-0 teams in the NFL, and a team that hadn't given up more than 10 points, and the score was 27-24, so they scored 27 instead of 10. Let me remind you, Colts fans, what are the Jaguars? 0-4. What are the Titans? 0-3. What are the Colts? 2-2. Knock it off. If you are angry about the Colts, just say it. Yeah, I get it, man. Oh no, the team loses here and there. That happens. Today, there was 5 reasons that the Colts won, and let's list 1 through 5 in their importance. Number 1 is great defense. This team got dragged through the mud. I even dragged this team through the mud because, look, I deserve to be called out too. This team got dragged through the mud because of poor run defense. What did they do today? Held Najee Harris to like 10 rushes, 10 yards. Incredible. Defense was elite all over the place. George Pickens fumbled at the 4-yard line. After that, George Pickens starts doing this after getting first downs. Hey, buddy, you would be able to celebrate a win if you didn't fumble the football. Very funny by George Pickens there. Number 2, Michael Pittman Jr. Uh-oh, it's on the jersey. Here we go. Michael Pittman Jr., I said before the game in a YouTube short, go watch it. I said Michael Pittman Jr. is going to have a big game for the Colts. 2 catches, 60 yards in the first 2 drives for the Colts. Michael Pittman Jr. was on fire all game. Number 3, Jonathan Taylor. Incredible. Jonathan Taylor, one of the best running backs in football. He's having a better start to his season than his Offensive Player of the Year in 2021. This dude is a legit MVP threat once the Colts keep on winning, because guess what? They will. Next up is overall offense. Joe Flacco stepped in for AR, which, by the way, AR, hope you're healthy. And I also want Colts fans to know, sidebar, let's go over here. Ready? We're going over here. All right, Joe Flacco, you were 37 years old and you moved like a statue. I think you probably move as fast in the pocket as my grandpa, who has 4 hip replacements. Shout out to you, Papa. I love you. But Flacco, you can't move. And that killed the Colts late, and they could have lost the game because of it. If I see any Colts fans saying start Flacco, you're delusional, and we need the guy that has fresh legs and a fresh arm to be quarterback. But on that same note, Joe Flacco, you did enough to win, so I'm not mad at you. Number 5, fought through adversity. Guys, this team coming into the game, are you ready for this? Coming into the game, we're missing 4 starters on defense and a starting center. Yeah, that's not just any offensive lineman for any non-football person out there. That's the guy that snaps the ball. That's the most important offensive lineman, maybe one of the most important positions on the football field. The guy who gives the football back. And he played a better game as center than the starting center in Pittsburgh. How does that happen? You know why? Because the Colts play disciplined football. That is why they were able to fight through adversity. So again, 5 injuries coming in, right? 2 starting cornerbacks, 2 starting defensive linemen. Okay? But guess what happened? There was another injury on offense, that being AR, and then Jonathan Taylor also got injured. Yes, JT, the guy I mentioned, best running back in football. So how did the Colts end up winning this game in the end? It circles back to point number 1. Call me a comedian because I'm circling back. Look, this defense carried the Colts. They played like a top 5 defense like I said they would at the beginning of the year. Now, will this continue? Duh. This team looked incredible. Zaire Franklin knocking people on their, and EJ doing the same. The linebackers have stepped up. The backup cornerback, Samuel Womack. Let's give a hand. I don't know how that sounds. I hope your parents aren't around. Look, Samuel Womack is a beast. Did I hear of Samuel Womack before this game? No, I didn't know who he was. But guess what? I know who he is now. Samuel Womack III. By the way, shout out to Samuel Womack Jr. and Samuel Womack Sr. Is that how that works? That's how that works? Samuel Womack 1, okay. Yeah, so Samuel Womack has a dad who's a junior. Isn't that crazy? His dad's a junior. But guess what? He wasn't getting little bro today. Womack was on everybody making great plays. So was Jalen Jones. This Colts team from top to bottom was elite today. I don't know if there was a football team who was going to beat the Colts today. On that note, next week, and this is how I end all of these, recap videos, is going into next week. How is it going to go? Guys, next week's a curse game. And when I say curse, I mean we're cursed in Jacksonville. So week 1, we haven't won in 11 years. And you know that going into that, I said it was going to continue. We were going to lose this year. But if you watched my video predicting the season, I said that we're going to win in Jacksonville. And I have so much confidence in that happening. Richardson will be healthy. He's probably not going to practice all week up until like Friday. but he will be healthy. And he will end the curse in Jacksonville. He will make the Jaguars 0-5, and he will bring the Colts to 3-2. The Texans play the Bills next week, meaning at the end of this recap video, this time next week, we should be talking about the Colts tied for the division lead. So for all you Colts fans who thought the world was burning, all you had to do was pour a little water on it. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, F-Black time, ow!